Hello everyone, I am Magdala Ramirez. I come from the Maya Mexica tradition, and today we really want to talk about all these portals and dimensions and the situation that the whole world is involved in. There is so much chaos. There is so much going on everywhere in the world. There is so much fears. And I want to address it in many ways and create maybe a path to understand all these beautiful portals that you have around you and what is it and how it works. For such a long time, we have been waiting for this moment of the big awakening and understanding the great work that you have within yourself. We are living in such a powerful times. The system from everywhere in the world is really crumbling. And people is afraid. There is so much fear because that system it is also inside of you. They install all these fears that they can activate at any time. That is what we call that colonization, a programming that it has been going on in this planet for a very long time. A programming of separation, a programming of creating wars and destruction within the human being. That has to do with the male and female energies. Soon we're going to be entering in the time of the equinox, and this time is very powerful because it is 2020. If you see the symbols, it has to do with the understanding of the male and female energy within your own self. Those two hemispheres of your brain that in some way or another it needs to be bridged and it needs to be rewiring that brain to in order to remove that programming. That programming is the genetic engineering thing that they did long time ago. And it has been perpetuated generation to generation for my gosh, for a very long time. So people being able to conceive themselves in this freedom, it has been a challenge at this time because people is afraid of their own freedom. The two hemispheres, the two understanding of how it works, that feminine and that masculine, it needs to be addressed. For you are being challenged by your own belief system. That belief system that it was imposed by the system. And now you are questioning and coming back to your own senses. One of the biggest things that human beings need to comprehend is time. It is just a creation of the Dark Lords. Like the Chilambalam says. It is something that it was manufactured, is not even real. You are living in a different time and space, but not time in a linear way as you think. In many of my travels, I found all these beautiful sacred places. And there has been in sacred places where star beings have been showing up. And we have these big conversations. And the conversations were about how do you prepare as a human being to understand a higher culture and embrace a higher culture. And where are those portals that they are in many places everywhere in the world? Those portals are there for you to comprehend a different way of living and match match your frequency, raise your consciousness. And that raising your consciousness is leaving behind all this programming that it was installed on you. Walking in many dimensions, walking in many worlds, it is normal for the human being. And it might be that you have been doing it without even realizing it. What is going on? Or what happened? Reality, or what you call reality, it is very much based in your belief system. You're going to see whatever you want to see. But there is a hidden reality that it is connected to that feminine brain, that feminine hemisphere that recognizes and is able to see something that it was hidden from you for a very, very long time ago. And this is the time when you make it conscious, because it is very important, that union of polarities. Your feminine side of the brain contains all these incredible secrets, that you might call them secrets because it was in the hidden. And now you're making it conscious. Means everything that it was hidden is going to be revealed for you. And understanding the dimensionality about this is imperative at this time. As the true human being is raising everywhere in the world, you must be aware of the multidimensionality that you are naturally. Becoming who you are and being who you are, it really helps you to comprehend a higher truth about yourself. Along ways that the ancestors call it to this world, the world of the enchanted flower. And for the Christians, it is the kingdom of heaven. For many other people, they call it the Shambhala, the Bahala. There is many, many names for that fifth dimension. But there is much more than that. That is just becoming that true human being. Human being, as we have been saying, is a natural, peaceful being. And that it is very important to match this vibration at this time. Drop the fears that they want to impose on you. That fear is going to hook you into the system. It's going to hook you into a linear time. It's going to hook you into a world of separation, and you're choosing. You need to be aware about your choices at this time and moving all these things that it was stopping you for a very, very long time. So when you check on your belief system, observe what it is obsolete and make a right choice. The choice that you have, the possibilities are very amazing if you could only see what's really in the table. When we talk with this star being that was in the pyramids, and he was talking about how all the pyramids really are intact. It's not what you think about them. And they have always been in there. And the people too. What happens is that they didn't lower their vibration. They didn't went for the separation as a community. Everyone was holding that beautiful space of oneness, that beautiful space of communion and unity with the whole universe. In this realm, there is many comes and goes with the ancestors from the stars too. A lot of information is being shared. The Pleiadians and how it is so interconnected in our genetics too. This place we're saying about all these places everywhere where those cities are very much on top. And those cities are there and they are human beings. And they have all these incredible ways of thinking based on that oneness. And when they didn't decide to lower their vibration, the third dimensional reality couldn't see them anymore. Because the people that vibrates in fear and separation and distortion of their male and female within the self, it hooks you only into one dimension and you cannot see what it is hidden. You cannot see how you are receiving that assistance. That's why it's so important to remove those places inside of you that still are vibrating in distortion. He was telling me about the help that human beings are receiving. There is many ladders, we can say, portals that it will take you into those places. Yet it is a matter of matching vibration. For example, I want to put it in some way that it is easy to comprehend. Cities that you live into it, that it is a massive way of thinking that maintains that illusion of that city. That city or that place that you think, it's only an idea. And that idea, it's inside of you. You can change that idea anytime. When you understand how the hologram works inside of you, it really changed everything. We call it the Tecastlipoca, the smoky mirror. And it is there for you to learn. Yes, but you need an upgrade. And that upgrade, it is providing for that place inside of you, in that brain that you know exactly how it works. Means there is a place in you that you recognize that everything can change. So when they didn't lower their vibration, they hold on into a different dimension, a different realm. That realm of peace and beauty, that realm of love and recognizing themselves as love. Those portals are in many places, as I was telling you. There is places in New Mexico, like Chaco Canyon, that is exactly what it happens to. In Bandelier, in many other places, I can name so many. And those are those portals that they are actually open. And it has to do, again, with matching your vibration. When you realize and understand a higher truth about yourself, you immediately raise your vibration. When you don't go for the fear that it is right now everywhere in the world and begin to see that reality as it is, everything changes. When you trust that there is a higher truth and you make the next step, immediately is showing to us. One of the things that I also learned, the conversation was big with this star being, it was about that trust. When we were getting out from those pyramids, he told me, in order to get into those pyramids, it's a very, very remote place. And it is only, it can only fit one car in that road, and it is long. So he was telling me, I want you to go from the other side. But the other side, you can only see big jungle. And I said, there is not another way to get out of here. And he says, oh yeah, there is. This is what I want you to do. He says, get the people in your car and just accelerate and the path will be shown. So I told the people, and the people said, where is the road? It is only jungle. There is no other way. And I said, yes, it is. And at the moment that I just accelerate, the path was just right there in front of us and appears. And we were able to go into the interstate right away. It was really, really amazing how it works. Because there are many things that you don't know that they are right there in you. And when you choose to trust, when you choose to see what it is hidden, you will see how a different reality will appear. Just like that road, that it wasn't in there and then it was. Trusting that it was there. What is the place within you that it is able to trust that there is another way? I have many, many, many examples of how it feels and how it is walking in dimensions. You can really bend times at any time when you are able to comprehend a different truth about yourself and trust. You must remember that you're not bounded by time, means present, past, and future. It is only relative to the observer. It doesn't really exist until you decided to launch a reality, until you choose what reality you want to live into it. And that has to do with your belief system. Can you see what I mean? I know that this can be very trippy to even explain. We talk openly in the school all the time about this because people need to understand that dimensionality and how it works. In one dimension, there is things that are very set in there, but at the moment that you change the perspective, you're able to see a very different story. So reality, it is very much linked with your belief system. What are you holding on? And what it is the belief system that you accepted within your own self. That acceptance is the launching of that reality instead of seeing what is the next possibility. Can I move my perception of reality in a different way? How it is such a powerful thing of what is going on. You see, the mother is the one that it is guiding the people into the sixth sun. What we call the mother, it is the feminine side of God. God is actually this big, 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 beautiful energy. And yet, yeah, it is male and female. Yet the part of you that it has been so programmed, it wanted to deny the feminine side of God. And in there is where resides all this understanding of how to rewire your brain. She is the one that it is guiding. You see, the mother is in the essence of every life form. So you're connected with absolutely everything. She is the one that make you comprehend that you have always been loved. And the way that you are listening to her, it is through that feminine side of yours. You just know things. You're making it conscious. How much of that making it conscious is happening within yourself? That's about the balance. You are enlightening your male side, means you are enlightening your consciousness. Showing your consciousness, which is your male side, a very different reality. In that feminine side of you, you are able to perceive many, many, many possibilities. The one that launches, it is inside of you. And that's the one that you make it conscious, but there is much more than that. Your higher self, it is connected with all the higher self of absolutely everyone. The one, it is contained in the whole, and the whole is contained in the one. Maybe this conversation sounds trippy for you, but if you even think about it or questioning what I'm saying, it's going to make you rewire your brain and come out with your own understandings about this. You know, you need to think what feels real for you, what is not. What is this incredible brain that you have? It is so amazing, powerful. You are such an amazing, powerful being. Remember that we are opening in our school. Go to www.magdalas.com, magdalas.com, and just click on school and send us your registration. And this is the time that we need to understand this dimensionality of the human being. I really recommend for you to kick in and really go into a different understanding of your own self. For the only one that you need to reach is you. Another thing that it is happening to is we are creating new temples in the land, and we do need your donation. We do have a non-profit organization. It is called sacredwoman.org. And your donation is really, really helpful to create those temples. And of course, you're always welcome in the temples. And recognize how beautiful and power it is to understand different realms in those ceremonial grounds. That's where the teachings comes about. That it is the portals that it is taking place in there is very, very amazing, beautiful, a land that it has been consecrated by the Great Mother. And we do need your help. So please donate and go to Sacred Woman. And it is a tax exempt, so please let us know if we need to send you a little paper for write-up. Thank you so much for being you. Tlatzocomate, Tlatzocomate, Tlatzocomate. I am you. I am Magdala.